yo. Give us a win, 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 yo. In blue we stand, united we rise. No more defeats. Let's break down these doors. Texas rising up. We will stand tall. Together we fight. We will conquer all. Give us a win, yo. 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 In blue we stand. United we rise. The Banthas they throw, we are rising again. No matter the cost. Give us a win, yo. Give us a win, yo. In blue we stand. United we rise. No more defeats. Let's break down these doors. Justice rising up. We will stand tall. Together we fight. We conquer all. Give us a win, yo. Give us a win, yo. Give us a win, yo. Give us a win, yo.
This is our new intro music. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream. We told you guys consistency, entertainment. You know, we know the international break is coming and you're all going to be hating your lives watching Lee Carsley ball or whatever the hell his name is. You get me? Some random bald fraud. Big up to every single one of you guys. Big up to everyone locked in. Please do make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Do make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. I'm about to put all these guys' channels in the description as well. So please go subscribe to their channels too. Every single channel is in the description. It doesn't even take you away from the video. It doesn't even do none of that. It just allows you to find out where all these guys are. Instead, you come to me, oh my God, where can I find Vator? Where can I find Henry? Where can I find blah, blah, blah? Just go subscribe. All their channels are now officially. Bro, why is Shikh's channel always the one that never appears? He became Man United manager on FIFA, and now we can't find his name. There you go. Shikh TV. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. And speaking of bald frauds, today we have to introduce first the biggest loser. You get me? This guy 2-0 up against Porto and then lost 3-2. And in Scott McTominay fashion, Harry Maguire gets them a draw and gives Ten Hag another lifeline at the end of the game. Man like Shikh in the building. How you doing, Shikh, man?
Besides football, I am fantastic. But football, another day where I scream Ten Hag out at the top of my lungs. But it's only a matter of time, people. It's only a matter of time. John Duran, if you score all these goals but you don't score against us, I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be pissed. Because
why?
Villa is the day. Villa's the day. Villa's the day where it will be set in stone. And hopefully Monday, he's gone. Monday, I better wake up and see breaking news, Ten Hag sacked. I already have a stream ready in my studio.
Club statement.
I already have a stream ready in my studio. Ten Hag celebration. Ten Hag celebration stream.
I love it. You're waiting for the club statement.
Yeah. I'm waiting, man. It's that's all us United fans can look forward to. There's nothing else for us to look forward to.
I said I'm waiting for the club statement. That's iconic, honestly. I said I'm just waiting for Twitter. Club statement. Ten Hag. He said that's what you're waiting for, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for, man. That's really what I'm waiting for. I'm also waiting.
They probably keep him.
Yeah, which is also not out of the possibility that somehow this guy just stinks a result against Villa. Somehow. Because to be fair, last year at Villa Park, he kind of did. Scott McTominay scored a winner. He brought on Scott McTominay to.
There's only one way you can beat Villa. If you drop this guy.
5 for 3 and attitude. 5 for 3.
We gotta talk about all these people. We'll get into it. We'll get into the United section. We gotta talk. Yeah. We gotta talk about everyone. But big up, Husam. Big up, Husam. Big up.
Joining us next on the channel, everyone's favorite Arsenal fraud. You get me? Always representing Arsenal to the fullest. And, you know, he has a dislike for Man City, just like I do. And he has a dislike for Chelsea, just like I do, which makes working with him a whole lot of fun. And he don't hate my club either, just like I don't hate his club. Man like Dayo is in the building. How you doing, Dayo, man?
What's up? What's up? What's up? I know. I'm bringing out the whiteboard today. I brought out the whiteboard. We are going to sit down here and chart Manchester United's destiny, where they are going to end up by the end of the season. So, just follow me when we continue during the stream. We'll chat it. We'll see Eric Ten Hag, ETH, Eric 10. Wait, hold on. Liverpool beat you 7-3 last season and 3-0 this season. 7 plus 3 is what? 10. Okay,
10.
yes, that's Eric Ten Hag. So that's
10.
really the 10. Yeah, that's the 10. So that's where the math is starting from. But yeah, thanks for inviting me, man. Let's talk football, man. Let's talk football and let's banter a bit and let's have fun. It's been a good day for me so far.
Big up to you, my guy Dayo. Joining us next on the channel is the Chelsea representative for today. And listen, it's always great when you bring wisdom to the channel. It's always great when you bring, someone with a whole lot of football now. And when someone is 58 years old, he's been watching football for as long as he has been. He just knows the sport. He just knows this, and he loves surfing in the winter. Unfortunately for him in the summer now. Actually, no, the winter is coming. So I need to remember I'm in Jordan.
Yeah, Husam, this is winter, bro.
Because suddenly it's hot. How about you fix your green screen for mocking me, fraud? Huh? How about
What's
you fix
wrong?
it?
I don't have a green screen actually. This is just it's StreamYard's virtual background. So shout out StreamYard, man. They don't. I don't gotta buy a green screen. So it's cool.
Shout out to Andrew. How you doing, Andrew, man?
Why
you shave your beard, Andrew? Why? Why you shave your beard?
He's done an Allison. He's done an Allison. Surfer's done an Allison.
What happened?
Listen.
What happened?
I didn't plan it properly. I'm planning this one properly next time. Shape it. You got out control. Okay, I scared my cat.
Lagging out, or is it just me?
You know what I mean? That's what happened.
Your mic is cutting out.
Your mic is lagging out. Like
You hear me? Hello?
we can hear you, but it's like.
Hang on. Let me log back in.
Jump
back in.
Refresh. I'm so disappointed he shaved his.
He's done an Allison. He's done an Allison.
Honestly, yeah, he's done. I'm disappointed when Allison shaves too. I'm like, keep your beard. Anyway, refresh. Anyway, this guy don't need a beard. Fraudulence is in his skull. You get me? Fraudulence is where he's at. Beard or no beard. Professor Hamza's long lost cousin from Canada. You get me? Everyone's favorite city fraud. I'm not sure. I don't know why he has a picture of Terry up. He better explain this. Hello. How you doing, Vator?
Hey. My bad. I was just watching Terry 2 years ago, all excited about the Eric Ten Hag news. So actually, let me change that. My bad.
What? This is so fraud.
Thanks for having me on the show. I'm enjoying this rinse and repeat that's happening over at United. We'll talk about it, but I had to revisit what Terry was warning all of the United fans about what not to do with Eric Ten Hag. So yeah. That's it. But thanks for having me on the show, man. Thanks.
Hey, fair enough. You want to cook Terry? Let's go. Is your microphone good now, fraud?
Hello.
Yes. Talk for 3 minutes.
Yeah, I said I'm planning my next beard properly. I scared my cats with my beard last week. That's all. You know what I mean? I scared them. So I'm planning it better. I will plan it better. I will be a part of the beard community.
You cannot be unbearded. I'm sorry.
No. I don't like this. It just makes me look like a librarian. With everyone else says. I need facial hair. Do you know what I mean? I need facial hair. Do you know what I mean?
I agree with you.
Yeah, we were literally talking about Allison when we were on the watch along on the playback. We were talking about Allison, and you've done it yourself. You've done an Allison.
I know, but I didn't plan it properly. And also, just in case anyone thinks, because me and Shikh or stream on Sarcasm City, I'm not here to support Shikh. Shikh knows that. We stream together all the time. So I'm not here to support him or back him up or anything like that. And Sam knows that as well. But just anyone in the chat. And I'm here to make sure that Vator doesn't do his underdog Man City story as well.
Yeah, don't worry.
Hilarious.
You can't see it. You can't see it, but I ordered a new stack of World's Smallest Violins because I knew Vator was going to be on the stream.
Yeah.
But it's just over there. I will get them. So it's all good.
I can't lie. Vator's underdog narrative has to be the worst thing in history.
I don't even do that. That's you.
Man City being an underdog. That's crazy.
Yeah,
crazy.
That's
crazy.
you,
It's
most
crazy.
decorated.
Imagine winning
club
four heavyweight
Yeah, four-
titles in a row and then saying,
and you're
nah,
the
I'm the
underdog.
underdog, man.
Yeah.
Imagine winning
Like-
6 UCLs and still playing the underdog. Get out of
Is
here.
this the 80s? Are we streaming on YouTube in the 80s? If it were, I would say I'm the favorite. Anyway.
We would all definitely have Tashes. We'd all have Tashes then. That's what we got. Thank you, Dayo.
Wow,
That
what is
just
this,
in case.
dictionary?
I can already tell
Here's
this is gonna be an
another one.
elite stream,
Here's
honestly.
You guys doing
And
dictionary.
and finally, last and but not least, you know, we have to leave the celebrities till the end, you guys. I'm not always keep saying this to him, you know. But
Drum roll, please.
yeah, drum roll, everyone in the chat. Spurs won yesterday. Spurs beat Fenerbahce Rojas or whatever the hell their name is, and Brennan Johnson just made it 5-5. What the hell is going on? I don't even know what's going on. But joining us on the channel, you know, Ainge Postecoglou, biggest fan, man like Henry in the building. How you doing, Henry, man?
Yeah, all good, mate. All good. 5-5. You know, we beat Wi-Fi Password FC last night. So, yeah, it's all good, mate. It's all good. Big up to everyone and thanks for having me on again.
Big up.
Big up.
Of course, Shikh has to be in the bottom row. I'm sorry, we cannot.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
that's
we can't.
fine. Don't even have
We
to
can't.
give an explanation.
Yeah, Henry ain't gonna be top row either. Let's put Arsenal, City, Liverpool, the 3 best clubs, and then Andrew maybe next week. Maybe next week.
Can it be like? Is there a feature? Can it be like on the side or something? I don't want to be. Can they?
Yeah, I know you're not on their level.
Yeah,
Okay, Sheikh is the worst by far.
Well,
Are you
Sheikh's
better
not on
than
any
Spurs?
level.
Probably a little bit. So yeah, let's just. Yeah, I'm top of the league in it, so you can't say anything. Big up to Nafisa who says, Manchester United, may you ever be in this position. Lovely stuff. No, actually, may you get relegated. May you come back to the Premier League and relegated again. May you get liquidated. May you get frosted. Whatever the hell. Any insult, Nafisa, I'm here for it. I need Manchester United to just be crap for the rest of my life. I don't feel bad for them. I saw a Liverpool fan tweet on Twitter, oh my God, it's getting to the stage where I feel bad for them. Feel bad for what, you fraud? Feel bad my ass. I don't feel bad for no Man United, nothing. I feel good. The shitter they are, the better my life is. Every time someone scores against Man United, my life is filled with joy. That's how much hatred I have for that club. There is no club I hate more than Man United.
Yeah, all we need Man United back. Piss off. Do we need Man United?
No, we don't need Man United back. Hell no.
Yeah,
Hell
way.
no. Talking about need Man
stuffed.
United back.
Yeah,
Need them to suck as long as possible.
exactly.
Anyway.
Get lost.
We don't
Hey,
need
that's
we don't
not
need
good,
any we don't
man.
need any of the Manchester clubs, not the ones that cheat or not the ones that are badly run. The badly run one United and the ones that cheat. City, we don't need none of them.
Your sights on the
We-
target,
we-
Dayo.
Hey, we also we don't
Conrad,
need.
wait. Okay. Big up everyone in the chat. Big up to Terry for the redirect as well. We've got 500 people locked in, 500 people watching us. Big up to all of you guys. Like the video, subscribe. All these guys' channels in the description. 500 people here. We ain't even on 100 likes. You are all a bunch of Bruno Fernandez's. And if I was in your place, I wouldn't want to be called that rat right there. So hit the like button, subscribe. Exactly what the general Aaron is saying. So, Sheikh, of course, you get me, the Man United representative. Talk to me what the hell happened yesterday, brother.
Okay, Europa League, Porto away. We go 2-0 up. Surprisingly, didn't honestly see that happening at all. The goals itself, Rashford. I mean, some people are saying that he had like a spectacular game and all that type of stuff. I thought he was just good. I don't think it was anything crazy. The goal that he scored, let's be honest, it's Diogo Costa's mistake. That shot should have been saved. Bar that, it's the same old Manchester United. I'm sitting there 2-0 up and I'm still nervous. They look like every time they went forward, or they could put 1 or 2 passes through and they're already through on goal. That's just how it felt every single time. We let a COVID variant score 2 goals on us in Samu. And do you guys remember in the summer when Chelsea were trying to sign him and everyone's talking about, oh no, this is just a deal for Felix and for the books and all that type of stuff, and he's a scrub. Yeah, well, that scrub scored 2 goals on us yesterday. And it could have been much, much more. So, hey, like I said, Husam, I'm done talking about this team. I'm done talking about performances because none of that stuff is there anymore. Sack this manager. Jim Ratcliffe is coming out today talking about I'm not the one who makes the final decisions and I love the coach, this and that. Rubbish. Sack the manager. I think personally, Villa is the final day. Villa results, like Villa, the game itself could be peak. It could easily be a 3 or 4-0 for sure. they just, beat Bayern Munich and had a pretty good performance against Bayern Munich in the Champions League too. So they're up for it. And they give us a game every single time we play them. It's never like Villa's in recent times also with the team that they've become have never been Villa Park has never been a tough, easy place to go. Villa, whether you play them at home or not, is also not an easy team to face. So it's like, with our problems, with all the stuff that we're going on, let's say we do even go up 1-0 or 2-0, who's to say that we're sustainable? Lisandro Martinez. Oh my God. Let's have a conversation about him. I'm seriously starting to think that this guy just looks good next to Rafael Varane. And I don't know, because since the start of this season and also last season I gave him a bye because he had injuries. But this season, since the start of this season, he's been terrible. De Ligt, another one. De Ligt got absolutely dusted by Samu yesterday. De Ligt is supposed to be one of those players who's the experienced ones. And, one of those, he's the one who's supposed to solidify our backline with Martinez. But here we are talking about even our backline not being the best. Last year, yes, we conceded a lot of shots every single game towards the end of the season. But defensively, I still thought that Ten Hag set us up good. And because Ten Hag relies a lot on, player performances, Varane playing, Martinez playing, all these guys playing, together was bringing the best out of both of them. Right now, because of the system and whatever we're trying to play, everyone looks terrible. Dayo, who I said was one of our best players last season, again, he gave every single time goals come from his side, whether it's Spurs, whether it's Porto, all these goals are coming from his side. And it's just like, he doesn't track back, just lazy. I don't know whether these guys are even playing. Like, it just seems like these guys don't want to play for the manager anymore. And it's all just falling apart. So there's nothing else for me to really say. I come on this channel, other channels, I keep repeating myself again and again and again. I'm sick and tired of this. Ten Hag needs to go. It's about time. We're in a third season, and we almost had a negative goal difference in the Premier League and also in the Europa League if it wasn't for Maguire. Bruno Fernandes has got sent off in 2 games in a row. He's had more red cards this week than goals this season, we could say. Like, he's had more red cards than anything else. So enough talking about and that guy's my captain. I'm supposed to call him the captain. Who gave him the captaincy and this contract? Ineos and Ten Hag. So they need to go.
Where the heck is Dayo with the small violin and the United graph? Where's your whiteboard for all this that you're hearing from Shikh right now? Why are you just sitting there letting him speak? I want to see the whiteboard and you drawing this violin. Let me see that.
Hang on. Aren't you a defender of Ten Hag?
Am I a defender of Ten Hag? Listen, Surfer.
Yeah, didn't you say we were going to score 80 goals, Vator?
Yeah.
I heard that from somewhere.
I'm sure you told Flawless that.
Yeah, I think I heard that on Flawless's channel that you said we were going to score 70 to 80 goals, something like that.
Hold on. Was this not the same? Was it not the same United fans? No, not you, Shikh, right? But was it not same United fans last season when Arsenal drew against Porto and we beat them on penalties, that tried to dunk on us about how terrible Porto was and how useless we were? We could not beat Porto, and look at us, and look at how Arsenal played against Porto. Yep. Yes, and all these things that they said.
Yep.
Now they face Porto one leg.
Yep.
2 goals up. 2 goals up. I was watching that game. I was shocked. Like, when United scored the first goal, I was like, okay. The second goal, I was like, there's something wrong with this goalkeeper. Letting balls in on the near post, exactly the same position. Same place Højlund scored from was the same place Rashford scored from.
Oh, sorry, Dayo, you were shocked that United scored 2 goals?
Yes, I was. Honestly, yeah, I was shocked. I was like, I was expecting a 6-goal walloping from Porto. I was like, Porto is going to trash these guys. That's what I was expecting. But then when they went 2 up, I was like, you know what? If Ten Hag does what he did against City in the FA Cup final, which is when you score, you kind of now play that mid-block and low block. Like, if he goes for that, I say they win this game. That's what I said. And I left the game on watching, and I was at work. So my phone is here, earpiece in ear, because I can't be watching the game. I'm just listening, and I'm working. And Porto scores. Samu Omorodion. Again, goal number 2. 3. I'm like, what's going on? Like, you guys literally, you didn't fall apart. You crumbled. That team looked like crap. And then Bruno Fernandes, just because they rescinded 1 red card this week, he thinks he's going to get another one rescinded. He's like, yeah, they took that one back. I might as well just do another stupid nonsense. This one too, I'll go and appeal it. Is that how it works now at United? Man, honestly speaking, you guys need to get rid of. Look, for me as an Arsenal fan, don't get rid of Ten Hag. Keep him. keep him. I like the fact that he's. Yeah, I need you guys to keep him. As United fans, I'm sure you want to get rid of him. But for me,
even if you have to win another cup, keep him.
Yeah, he keep him. He'll win you another FA Cup this year, or a Carabao Cup. Keep him. He'll win you something. You know, that's what most United fans like. Anyways, now go online. That's all they care about.
Yeah, even though you guys are all saying that keep him, all that stuff, you guys can't even seriously say that we'll win another trophy. You're just saying this for banter.
No, not just. Listen, I'm saying it. I know, but I'm saying it, Shikh. I'm saying it based on what United fans said last season, which was at least we won a trophy. We had a better season than you. And I feel like that. I feel like that is a weak thing to say because you won a trophy. Like, you know, trophies are. Hear what I'm saying. It's a weak thing to say because you won a trophy based on where you ended up in the season and how you performed throughout the season. If you win a trophy and you're performing very well, and you say, you know what, hey, boom, I won a trophy on your head, makes sense, right? If you're declining and you stumble in the tournament, because cup games, you know, it's all about the luck eventually. Cup games, you might be good. Yes, it's all about the luck. This same United team almost got knocked out by what team would they play in the semi-final?
Coventry Tono.
They almost lost out to Coventry. You saw it.
Yeah, but that's how
cup game. That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying, Vator. I'm saying cup games go that way, and so you win in the cup game, playing terribly like that, and then turning around and trying to dunk on other people who have played well and did not win anything.
I can't believe I'm about to do this. I can't. We're not devaluing trophies now. We're not
devaluing the trophy. I'm talking about. I'm not devaluing the trophy, Vator. Listen to understand, Vator. I'm not devaluing the trophy. I am talking about the team's performance vis-a-vis winning the trophy and saying, because I won a trophy, which is a good thing to do, I'm going to dunk on your performance, even though you were better than me. Like you.
So wait. So hold on. Dayo, are you trading your season last season?
That's not what I'm comparing. United fans dunking on City.
Okay. Let me just ask you, Dayo, let me just ask you straight up. Who do you think had a better season last year, Arsenal or United? Simple question.
A better season. We had a better season last year than you guys.
Wow.
Okay.
So
fair
that
enough.
is
with zero
devaluing
trophies. That's
trophies.
what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm trying to say.
We're devaluing trophies.
No, I'm not devaluing. Listen.
No, it's not.
Jesus. Vator, you don't. Okay. You can't. Hold on.
Two
things can be true. Vator, two things can be true.
Let me say something. Did Spurs have a better season than United?
Spurs versus United, no, because both of them were like literally in the same like
they've got silverware,
because they got the silverware. See, Spurs fell off in performance. United did not perform well as well last season. Spurs only had the first 10 games really good last season. Every other thing after that, they were falling off. So they were both declining, but one of them had a silverware, which means that the one with the silverware did better than the other one because they both declined. What I'm saying is Arsenal, for all it's worth, right? We got the highest point that we've ever had. We broke records that we've never broken before, even for our own club level. We did not win the league, which is true. We bottled it by 2 points, but we were not regressing. So I'm talking about performance. The trophy, the trophy is a good thing to win. I'm not devaluing trophy winning. So those two things can coexist. From a
season standpoint, you had one of your best seasons ever. United had one of their worst seasons ever. Actually, I think they had their worst season ever and left with hardware. Listen to what is being said right now. You had your best season in a very long time, Dayo, and you had no hardware. United had their worst season. This is going to work. If every time I get a chance to respond, you're going to talk over me. You had your best season in a very long time in the Prem and had no hardware. Shikh is upset. Worst season in the Prem, and he left with hardware. Now, I understand why there's some United fans that wanted Erik ten Hag to remain. I understand why some of them were like, listen, what Ineos have said, what the Glazers at Ineos have decided to strip away some of the responsibilities of Erik ten Hag and just be a coach. Just be a coach like you did year one and want that success. I get it. Now, we're 5-6 games in. Doesn't look like it's going to pan out. All I'm trying to point out is let's relax on this. You're trying to sound mightier than thou with your season, and you're trying to point out that United fans or Erik ten Hag or United didn't have a successful season with regards to trophies. I get the decline, But let's be real. We're playing for trophies.
Two things.
We
What
all
I
are
said, two
playing for
things. Two
trophies.
things can be true at the same time, Vator. This is what I said. The trophy is important, right? Everybody wants to win the trophy, but does the FA Cup, does it paper over the cracks that United have? No, it doesn't. Every single thing that FA Cup has done for them right now is actually opened up all the cracks that we've been talking about. It makes it even worse. The fact that you win a trophy and your team is consistently in decline, and there's no, because it now everybody's like, oh, you won an FA Cup, you beat City, then you've got to do better next season. It's like everybody's expecting that, and then look at this.
Yeah, but that's United. They always
I know,
expect to be better the next season.
Listen, but that's my point. Though my point is, at the end of the day, the FA Cup is an important trophy, and when you win an important trophy, people expect you to go on to do better. So when you don't do better, because we can see the trajectory from last season, it is clear that your manager needs to go. You need a reformation on the inside of that club, and everything needs to change. Just slightly, okay, Arsenal won the FA Cup under Mikel Arteta's first half season and came 8th position. Did we have a good season? No, we did not. No, we did not. That was not a good season.
Let's not escape. Let's go back to the game though last night, because we're going off in who had the better season thing, and we'll forget. Let's go back to the game last night. I think the most damning thing I've heard so far is that was a shock that United went 2-0 up. Right? That's the most damning thing. It wasn't a damning thing that they lost the lead. That's the most.
Yeah, but the thing is, everyone in the chat, including myself, didn't predict us to even score 2 goals. We all thought we were going to lose. So that's why this is no surprise.
Diego Costa is on
honestly.
your payroll. You have to be honest. He is.
You know what's so funny about Diego Costa? I've been saying that I would have wanted to sign Diego Costa when we were going for Onana. So it's so funny that again, when we play against him, he has an absolute stinker. Just perfect. Thank you, Diego Costa. But anyways, yeah, back to the game. Like, Surfer's right. Like, us United fans are all surprised that we went 2-0 up. But guess what? We're not surprised that we drew the game. We're not. Like, there's not anything that I can tell you concrete, clear about this team at this moment, because this team is just so wishy-washy, all over the place. It's just literally like, I don't know what's going. It's all chaos, bro. It's literally just all chaos, and at the center of the fold is the manager. It's literally the manager.
Is your game at Villa Park, or is it Old Trafford?
Go ahead, Henry.
Is this weekend? Is it at Villa Park, or is it?
Yes, it's at Villa Park.
It's at Villa Park. Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a bloodbath.
Exactly.
I don't know, even at Old Trafford, I think they'd lose to Villa. I don't know, no matter where they go.
I mean, if we had Heung-min Son on the pitch, we'd have beat you 6 or 7-0.
Yes. If you didn't employ Timo Werner, you would have won 6 or 7-0.
Yeah. Missed another absolute sitter.
That 1-1 miss was unbelievable. That was unbelievable.
He's on 180 grand a week.
PTSD for me. That's what I'm saying. PTSD.
I still live with that. Let me just read this. Big up to Ghost. It says, if you agree to keep Eric Ten Hag, I think everyone would agree to give Man United a cup trophy free of charge every season. I want to ask Vator a question, and I want a straight answer. No dancing around the point. If I were to give you an FA Cup every single year for the next 10 years, but you finish 3rd every single year, are you taking it?
Ooh. For how many FA Cups, sorry?
You get 10 FA Cups in a row, but you finish 3rd every single year. So you keep playing Champions League football, but only you win an FA Cup.
I've just won 4 in a row.
But can you answer my question? That's not an answer.
Surely you don't take that.
10 years straight. That
10
would
years
mean I have
straight,
the most
every
FA
single year,
Cups
FA Cup. You just finished 3rd. So you don't.
And I'd have the most FA Cups. I'd surpass what Arsenal like to brag about with the most FAs, right?
Yes, you would. Yeah, you would.
Yes.
Yeah, but then you're going 10 years without a league title.
10 years without a league title, but 10 years straight FA Cups and Europe. I might take that.
No.
I might take
that. and therein lies the problem for me. Because the reason why I think I was letting Dayo and you speak, because it's very interesting to watch where both sides are coming from. Last season, I said that Arsenal had a better season than Man United, and the year before that, I said Arsenal had a better season than Man United. I'll tell you why.
Wow.
The only thing that usurps your league position is winning a Champions League. Meaning, if you finish 15th and win the Champions League, it's better than finishing 2nd. It's unlimited. The Champions League, winning the big years, this one right here, winning the big years is the only thing that usurps league position. An FA Cup and a Carabao Cup does not usurp league position. Meaning, Manchester United last season, they finished bottom of their Champions League group, broke the British record for how shit you could be in a Champions League. They finished 8th, which is their worst ever Premier League position. They had negative goal difference in the English Premier League. That all can't be usurped by winning an FA Cup, because there are plenty of examples of clubs who have won the FA Cup and the Carabao Cup, but there aren't that many examples of clubs who have won a Champions League, as an example. Well, that's why there are levels to this game. The most luxurious trophy in the world is the Champions League. And the second most luxurious trophy for us is the Premier League. So those are the two trophies that's like, whoa, you know, that's an unbelievable trophy. But I wouldn't take the FA Cup for the next 10 years, but finishing third. I wouldn't take that. I would not take that. And by the way, it's funny because the same thing that we're doing United Prop 4 now, we were mocking Arsenal fans for like 10 years ago. Weren't Arsenal fans winning FA Cup after FA Cup after FA Cup, and we're saying, oh, they won the FA Cup again, but where's your league title? Where's your Champions League? Blah, blah, blah. So the measurement of success is the big trophies, not an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup. You don't see Real Madrid, Barcelona out here flexing Copa del Reys. You don't see Juventus, AC Milan, Inter.
Husam, the question again. The question again is,
would I rather be, let me end on this. Would I rather be last season in Arsenal's position or on Man United's position? 100% I'd rather be in Arsenal's position. Why?
But you
because
just presented me
forward
with
from
place.
that, I could go and win a league. I could go and win a Champions League. If Shikh came here in preseason and told you Man United are going to win the league, you'd have spent 17 minutes in a row laughing at him. That's the difference.
And again, the question, Vator, is the question was again. Yeah, I know.
Wait, sorry. No, are we literally just undermining trophies at this point?
No, we're not undermining. We're not undermining trophies. Sheikh,
no,
let's do this. Let's do this.
If an FA Cup, no, one sec, Dayo. If an FA Cup and Carabao Cup is so easy to win, why didn't your club win it in the last 5 years?
If your team is so good,
if your team, this Arteta team, why has this Arteta team not even licked a final? Why has this team not even licked the final?
Because again, I said because
we had our worst
you want me to
season,
answer? You want me to answer that question?
That's what I'm saying.
Why we haven't won? Okay, good. You got a trophy. Nobody's saying you did not get a trophy. The question was who had a better season, not a better game.
Us?
What medal do you have at the end of the year? Listen. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Go on.
Let me finish.
Go on.
A better season. Looking at what your club did throughout the entire season, how you performed the entire season, not just in cup games where, draw of the luck. Like right now for the FA, the Carabao Cup, Arsenal has draw of the luck. We're the only ones who probably got the only League One or Championship team to play against. Tottenham is going to play Man City. Like it's draw of the luck for cup games. So you can make it to the finals if you get good draw of the luck. If you play your game that you need to play against that team, win. Against Coventry, your team almost lost against Coventry. You literally struggled to come back. So my point is a better season overall. Season, not in, just because I won a trophy that is important, the FA Cup, that means I did better than you throughout the entire season. That doesn't work that way.
No, it does.
No, Dayo, there's a difference. Dayo, there's a difference. You were a better team than us last season, but we had an overall better season than you because we lifted silverware at the end of the season.
So what we're saying is,
when we brought our medals to the table, Husam brought one, I brought one, you didn't bring one.
So what we're saying is, hold on.
Get in on the conversation, man.
Why are we simplifying this? No one is taking away what winning a trophy means.
Exactly.
But look at it from a player's perspective. If a player retires and looks back at it from 20 years, would they rather a season where they've won an FA Cup or a season where they've done nothing? They're taking the trophy every single. If you ask Harry Kane,
Henry. Thank you.
Rather finish runners up or take an FA Cup, he's taking it.
And I respect that.
Okay, so if that's the case, why do you want Eric Ten Hag gone then? Why don't you just keep him? He can win the FA Cup.
I'll tell you.
Because you want to fire him because your team is not doing well.
Because of your league position.
Because of your league position. Because of how the club looks. So my point is this: listen, the FA Cup is an amazing cup to win. Nobody's putting that down. Vator, stop doing that. I have simply said you winning the FA Cup papered over the cracks. Exactly. I said they papered over your cracks. Basically, what needed to be fixed, could not be fixed because you won the FA Cup. And that's a good thing, winning the cup. But now you're not sacking Ten Hag because he won the FA Cup. Ineos is like, hey, okay, well, he's done this, so let's see what we can do with him next season, and let's keep him and let's reduce his responsibilities, and he can only be a coach and blah, blah, blah. But they know that this guy cannot get you to the next level. So my point is, if Arsenal goes on this last season to win the FA Cup, it buys Arteta another 10 years at Arsenal. Guess what? If Arteta doesn't win the league in another 4 or 5 years, this FA Cup he won last year would have been something that papers over the cracks. You're good enough, but you're not good enough. My point is, if you're doing well as a team and you eventually win a trophy with it, good enough. Because you can see that you're not regressing.
Yes, because you're building towards
because you're building towards something better. That's all I'm saying.
That's all I'm saying. And by the way, there's a quick rebuttal to Henry's point. Number one, if there's a player that wants to sign right now, would you tell them to sign for Arsenal or Man United?
Yeah, Arsenal, because they're in a better position.
Yes,
but that's my point.
Yeah.
But by definition, winning a trophy doesn't make you in a better position. Just winning a trophy alone does not mean you are better or it puts you in a better position. And second of all,
there's an argument to that though, because if let's say Barcelona win the league for the next 3 years in a row in La Liga, a player will always choose Real Madrid over Barca.
Yes, but why will he choose Real Madrid? Not because of winning Copa del Rey.
For the last 3 or 4 years, a player is still choosing Real Madrid.
Okay, Henry, if Arsenal win the FA Cup this season, would you tell them they've had a successful season?
Not based on their previous. Well, based on their previous 3 or 4 years, it's a better season.
There we go. There we go.
So essentially, we're saying Arsenal are at a higher standard than Man United.
If Arsenal finish second again, win an FA Cup, get to the Champions League semi-final, and let's say maybe lose a League Cup final, then it's a better season than they've had the last 3 or 4 years.
You're doing all these things. Forget all that. I'm just saying, they win the FA Cup. Are they considered? Is it a successful season just because when you won the FA Cup?
No, not for what they want. No.
Yeah,
no. But you can't say that. No, hold on. You can't say that because the mighty Manchester United, in their worst season ever, won an FA Cup, and everybody wants to call it a successful season. But then when Arsenal, you have more trophies overall than I do. So don't try to play it down.
It doesn't matter. You're talking about
hold on. Manchester United is a bigger club overall than Arsenal. I can admit that. Worldwide, you're a bigger club trophy-wise, you're a bigger club fan base-wise across the world, right? So I can admit that, and I know that. So I'm not trying to say where Arsenal is now. What Arteta has done with Arsenal, great job on the playing field. It hasn't yielded trophies, and we can all see that. It's cool. Eventually, he's building something to win trophies. My point is, when the great Manchester United falls in their worst season and wins an FA Cup, they call it successful. But when Arsenal, who is not as big as Manchester United, is trying to climb up, and if they win an FA Cup, they say, well, for what they want, we can't call it successful. That is double standards.
No. Hold on. No,
are you playing down the FA Cup now? Are you playing down the FA Cup now, Vator? Are you saying if Arsenal wins the FA Cup, is not valuable anymore?
No.
What are we doing here?
Let me explain. You started off by pointing out the differences between Arsenal and United. Stick on the differences, all right? They pointed out, Shikh is talking about his fan base are losing their minds because their worst season in Prem history was finishing 8th. Their worst season ever was finishing 8th with an FA Cup. The standards are different, Dayo. You won't relate. You're Arsenal. You won't relate to what the problems are at United. When he's saying what their standards need to be moving forward, it's very different than yours. So when I have this banner behind me, United fans, all they understand, all that they've been expecting are trophies. They had a banner mocking Manchester City for not winning a major trophy, 34 years plus. They kept doing this. So when we point out that they want trophies and progression isn't enough, understand what they're saying. Understand what they're pointing out.
So Vator, I asked the question again.
I had 30 seconds.
All right, let him land.
You had a progressive season, but don't categorize it as a successful season in United's eyes, because an FA Cup is good, but they still also want to finish higher. You are okay with just finishing higher with no trophies.
That's not what I said.
Dayo, can I also say, like,
that's not what I said. You see, if that is your understanding of everything I said, Vator, then you have chosen to genuinely just ignore every point that I made. I've never said my club, Arsenal, is happy finishing second and not winning trophies. No, what I said, that's what you just said. You said, listen, what I said clearly was, if we are progressing and we win trophies, then it feels much, much better because you know that you're still going to progress next season and try to win some more.
Why are you
If
using
no, hold on,
examples?
hold
You're
on.
not winning
If you
trophies.
let me finish. If again, we've talked about we've given context to this. We talked about the FA Cup, luck of the draw. We played Liverpool. We outplayed Liverpool, but they beat us.
Luck of the draw at the final when you play against.
Yeah, Vator, you asked why Arsenal is not winning why we didn't win the FA Cup last year. I said we got drawn to Liverpool. We outplayed them, but they beat us. Fair enough, right? It happens in football. You can be the better team with all the possession and everything and not be the one to score. It's happened to us. Inexperience or whatever you want to call it, Arteta's failure, the way he set us up, whatever anybody wants to say, we did not win any trophy. But the difference is I'm looking at Arsenal and saying we did not regress from the season before. Yes, we did not win any trophy, but we did not regress. The difference from United is the season before they won the Carabao Cup. It's not like they looked amazing under Erik ten Hag and that papered over the cracks. Last season, they looked worse and destroyed all their records. They were so terrible last season. They had a negative goals difference, right?
Yeah, but it's different 2 years ago because Man United were building towards
something. Here's
the thing that Vator is missing my point, and I feel like Dayo's point as well. And you're stretching it out and you're changing it, which is the Vator special. I'm saying the following, okay? Winning a trophy, if you tell me win a trophy versus don't win a trophy, this is not the conversation. The conversation isn't win versus not win. It's about overall. Where the fuck is my club headed? So essentially, because here's the problem with your logic. Your logic is never ending. Meaning, I could win the FA Cup this season, finish 15th, but I've had a good season because I won the FA Cup. The next year, I could finish 11th and win the Carabao Cup. I had a good season. I won the Carabao Cup. Football doesn't work this way. I would rather, if I'm a player, I'd rather sign for Arsenal now over Man United. If I'm like, you know, a top world-class player and I have the aim of winning trophies, I at least know that Arsenal are on the right path to success, even though they haven't won yet, which is correct, but they are on the path to said success. There is a reason why everyone wants Ten Hag gone now, because football has never just been about winning trophies. The offer that I gave you, I wouldn't take it myself. I wouldn't take for Liverpool 10 FA Cups in a row, but finish third every single year, because at the end of the day, success, there is levels to it. We cannot just say every trophy is equal. Trophies are not made equal.
Wait.
Same. Okay, Vator, you running locally in Canada versus you running at the Olympics and winning is not the same thing. Both you get medals, okay? The Carabao Cup is your local tournament in your city. The FA Cup is the tournament in Canada. The Premier League is the World Cup medal. The Olympics is the Champions League. It's like there's levels. Trophies and medals have always been in levels. It's never been equal. So I'll end it on this. Had Man United last season won the Champions League and finished 15th, not only 8th, 15th, I would have said they had a better season than Arsenal, because that trophy's luxury and size and measurement usurps any league position finish that is not first. That's it. But if you're telling me FA Cup finish 8th, a Carabao Cup finish 5th, FA Cup finish 10th, and I'm supposed to sit up here and say they're better than Arsenal, no, they're not. I'd still rather be in Arsenal. But anyway, listen, guys, 42 minutes debate on Man United. Ten Hag is crap. We all agree. I want to move on to Chelsea and Cole Palmer. Big up everyone in the chat. There's 700 people watching us. Please do make sure you guys are liking the video. Do make sure you guys are subscribing. All these guys' channels is in the description. Vator Games TV, Dayo, Banter on the Pitch, Henry Talks Football, Shikh TV, and Casual FC, because Andrew is just he goes around. He goes around. So that you can... I'm not gonna respect you until you grow your beard again. Big up to Chris, who says Vator disregards his team's superiority. Simple. Imagine as a City fan accepting 10 FA Cups in a row. I would never. I would never.
I don't like how you spin the answers to the question, because the same way you want to point out 10 straight years of winning an FA in third, what you're assuming that other club or it's not going to be an up and down, and there's no guarantees. All of you have gone 10 plus years without winning a major. So let's stop this. Let's stop this. You make it seem really simple. You've all gone. I've gone very long without a major trophy, and I'm not going to disregard an FA Cup and 10 years of being third in a league that's competitive like this.
I just think it's crazy. No, I think it's just crazy coming from what you've done and are doing. Yeah.
I'm about to get relegated to Division 2, to League 2.
Shut up, man. Shut up, man. You're paying a huge fine and that's it. We all know it, man. Come on, man. What is this?
Big up to Tryon, says keep Ten Hag then if Carabao Cups and FA Cup is all that matters. No one is putting trophies down. We did the same exact thing and got left, and that's the.
I didn't
that's
even
Dayo's
say that
point.
though. I've been saying
Sheikh,
I've been
if
Ten Hag
you're
out
saying
since
FA
the start
Cup
of this
good,
season.
Carabao Cup is good enough, then khalas, why do you have to sack him? He can win
No,
the Carabao
bro,
Cup and
that's
FA
the
Cup
thing,
again this
Husam.
season.
I'm not saying I'm not undermining first of all Arsenal at all. I'll tell you right now, Arsenal are a much better team than us. They are a player would rather go to Arsenal at this moment. That's facts, 100%. But if you're breaking down the season last year, we all competed. I walked out with the trophy. Same thing for you, Husam. You walked out with the trophy. End of the day, what do we all compete for? Do we compete for league finishes? When you look up 2023, 2024, Arsenal season, Man United season, Liverpool season, what do you look at? Do you look at league positions or what did you win? In the season we had, this is all I'm going to say. In the season that we had a terrible season, worst season ever, all that stuff. I'm not saying it, and I agree. Cup runs can be favorable. You can win like a domestic cup with a favorable run and not such a like a good of a squad. We've done it. We've basically proven that. But end of the day, we won a trophy. We get on Ten Hag because Ten Hag came into our club and said eras come to an end. So clearly you weren't talking about FA Cups and Carabao Cups. So we want more
exactly
as a team. Yes, I agree with that. And I've been saying that. And I've been Ten Hag out even though we won the FA Cup. You can ask Surfer. Surfer's seen me on Sarcasm City TV all the time.
I know. I work with you as well, Sheikh. I'm a fan.
It's like, this is the thing. I'm not still going to say that we didn't win an FA Cup last season. That's all I'm going to say. We still won a trophy. That's all I'm going to say.
And let me add to what Sheikh's saying. Let me add to what Sheikh's saying. Sheikh's saying that he also wants more. And the fact that he wants more can also mean that he had a better season than Arsenal. He still wants more, but it was better than Arsenal because they didn't show any of these armpits. That's what we're pointing out.
What are you saying, Vator?
Vator,
what exactly are you saying, Vator?
United operate.
He's saying he wants to see more armpits from Arsenal. That's what he's saying.
Here are the armpits. Here are the armpits.
Manchester clubs are united today.
Here are the armpits. You just said, hey, right? You just need one, just one. And this is an Arsenal armpit. It's an Arsenal armpit. What are you saying, Vator?
You know what I'm saying.
One thing as well about the cup competitions on a real, jokes aside, the draws do matter. I mean, with all due respect, 2 years ago,
okay, Don.
Man United won a Carabao Cup, beating Charlton, Newcastle, Fulham, and shit teams like that. With Dayo, and I understand where Dayo's coming from, they lost to Liverpool. So it's not like they lost to a shit team that like, oh, haha, you got knocked out by this team. Carabao Cup, you can laugh at them because they got knocked out by West Ham. But anyway, I promise you, because I've been doing content for 30 years, I'm a seasoned professional in this shit. Had Arsenal won an FA Cup or a Carabao Cup, you go like, oh, you spent 700 million to win a Carabao Cup and FA Cup. Ha 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 ha. Arteta shit. That's
my point exactly. My point exactly.
You still want one.
It didn't matter when we got
regardless of the bantering, you still want one.
We were laughed at, double standards. Hope you keep Ten Hag. And that's my point, Nafisa. 10 years ago, Arsenal were that club. They won like 3 FA Cups in 4 years. No one.
Everybody laughed at us. Everybody laughed at us. Everybody laughed. Everybody laughed. And 4 years ago, Mikel Arteta did it again. Same thing you did last season, which is 8th position and an FA Cup. And guess what everybody said? In fact, people went as far as saying, "Oh, that's Unai Emery's team. It's not even his team." So they want to attribute the FA Cup win that Mikel Arteta did 4 years ago to Unai Emery, because the players that Arteta inherited, he used them to win that cup. And to remember, he went on to win the FA Cup not against the Coventry and City, but against the City and the Chelsea. Yeah. So let's not sit here, laugh at that one, and then all of a sudden, when it's United's turn now, oh, it's been such a successful season, better than you know.
No, I hear you, and my fan base is crazy. Like, I'm not even going to defend my fan base. I fight with my fan base all the time, and they say some stupid shit. And I agree with you. Like, our fan base and other fan bases did laugh at Arsenal for that. But that's and I can take it back to Ole too. When we were finishing 2nd and 3rd under Ole, what did all United fans say? We're not winning any trophies. For 5 years, we didn't win any single trophy. We didn't care where we were finishing. We didn't care where we were going. End of the day, for us, as a club of Manchester United, a big club of all our standards, these type of trophies that like these domestic cups are minimum, at least to me. So that's why when I was Ten Hag out this whole time, and I've said at the start of the season that I've been Ten Hag out. and the reason why he kept his job is because he won the FA Cup. Had he not won the FA Cup, they would have sacked him. That's the only reason. That's why I feel like that trophy has some sort of importance, at least for them.
He's saying that there was a double standard 10 years ago.
Yeah, there was 100% a double standard 10 years ago. Because when Arsenal were winning the FA Cup and when we were finishing second and third, I still said Arsenal have a better season than us because they lifted a trophy. That's what we wanted. We wanted to lift trophies. We got so close to Europa League final, we didn't. And all of that type of stuff. And that's what we were pissed about under Ole, is that we weren't winning anything for 5 years.
Thank you.
That's why. Yeah.
It depends which club you are. If Ainge wins Spurs a trophy, they need to give him a statue. How long can Arsenal be on a path of success is what Kingsley says. This is the final year. 100%. I'm with you. This year, they don't win the Champions League or the Premier League. Then they have to. There needs to be a conversation held.
United, why is it a final year?
They have to win this year something big. You see the difference in me and you? I don't say win the FA Cup and it's cool. I say
no. Hold on. What if he wins a trophy and finishes with 93 points?
I still think that
what happens if he finishes 1 point off
the progress wouldn't be good enough.
Because they need someone who gets them over the line now.
And wins the FA Cup and League Cup.
Because with all due respect, the likes of Saliba, Saka, these players ain't here to win no FA Cups. They want to win the big boy trophies.
Oh, okay.
United had better season. In second season, if Arsenal win a big trophy, then we can say we had a better season. Then he had a better season, sorry, because he ignores the small trophies to win a big trophy. Arsenal won't win the big trophies because of me, is what Zoro says. Obviously, he's a City fan. We will be speaking on title race shortly. First, we have to start with Cole Palmer. You get me? But anyway, perhaps you are right. But Rodri is out till the end of the season, which is why I say I expect Arsenal to win the league this season, and I think they are favorites. Big up to you. Eric Ten Hag is only at Man United because he didn't get a better manager. This is true. Carragher was right. They did bottle it. I mean, they interviewed like 500 managers in the summer. They didn't like any of them. So maybe they themselves weren't convinced. Anyway, 700 people in the building. We're going to be talking whether Cole Palmer is the best player in the Premier League or not. Yep. Big up to every single one of you guys. Please do make sure you guys are slapping the like button. To make sure you guys are subscribing. Let's get to 200 likes at least. There's 700 people here, you bunch of frauds. So let's hit that like button right now. Subscribe to the channel right here, right now. And the question of the day, ladies and gentlemen, is Palmer the best player in the league? That is the $1 million question. And we're going to start with a man with no beard. Hopefully he has some chest. And
leave Henry alone, man. Let me answer. Listen, I don't think he has been the best player in the Premier League this season. I don't. I think he's had a slow start. I think we have to big up anyone who scores 4 goals in one game. That was a world-class performance against Brighton. But I don't think he's at the levels of last season yet, Cole Palmer. And that's probably scary for everyone probably thinking that. He's not the best player in the league at this moment. Big up. I think Gravenberch has been one of the best players in the Premier League. I think Caicedo possibly has been more, shown more in the Premier League this season. You know what I mean? The my own player. So he's not. He's one of the best, but he's not the best at this moment in time. I mean, Haaland scored what for the last few games? He scored what 10 goals in 5 games or 6 games or something like that. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's just, I think this game against Brighton, and I'll go along with it because my player, so I'll prop him. I think everyone slightly went overboard, but you should do really when someone scores 4 goals in one half. Do you know what I mean? Especially in the first half, you should do that. Is he one of the best? Yes. Is he the best? In my opinion, not yet. Can he be one? Can he be the best? Yes, he can be the best. He's got it. He's got all the tools for me. He scores every single type of goal.
So do you think Haaland's had a better season then so far?
I think Haaland has, because he literally went mad the first 5 games, 6 games in the league by scoring. That's just you're scoring like what, back-to-back hat-tricks, Vator, am I right?
Hat-tricks.
Because GA is
he's got like 100. He's got a goal a game. People don't understand. This is he's got FIFA stats. He's nearly got pro club stats. That's what he's got, Haaland, in terms of goal scoring. Now, Palmer scored those 4 goals, big him up, absolutely. But like I said, he had like 30 minutes of preseason against Inter Milan. That's all he had. He said it even at the weekend. He's not had preseason, but I think he's had like the first game at City. I don't think he played well. Second half against Palace, he didn't play well. And even against West Ham, even though he scored, I still think it was a quiet game for him. This Brighton game is the one where he just went insane. and then he's adding free kicks now to his repertoire as well. That's honestly, there's so much you can glorify the game. Say that it's a world-class performance, absolutely. Best Premier League performance, maybe so far in one single game, possibly. But the best overall at this moment in time, not for me. But he's up there. So for me, he's not the best Premier League player this season so far. There's been others. So
that's actually refreshing. It's actually very refreshing.
Wow, refreshing.
I mean, go ahead, Henry. Go ahead.
I think Husam would have been accepted more if I had a beard on. That's all. If I had a beard on, Husam would have.
I think Haaland is without doubt the best goal scorer on the planet, and I think what we're seeing is kind of like R9 levels of when he broke out through PSV and then at Barcelona. His numbers are just phenomenal. However, he is in a team at the moment which has got some of the best creative players in the world with Foden, De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Grealish, Rodri even creates, whereas Palmer's in a team which isn't as settled at the moment. They've got plenty of options in attack, whereas he's not necessarily going to play the same players every single week. And Cole Palmer is just, I said this on the terrace the other day, he's one of the best 10s in the world. But in terms of right now this season, he's got the same amount of GA as Haaland. That is ridiculously impressive. Haaland is a monster and been phenomenal. And Palmer is there or thereabouts. And the only player in the last 43 games across Europe that's got more GA, or I think since September last year, that's got more GA is Harry Kane. And he's playing in the Bundesliga. Palmer's numbers are absolutely phenomenal. Like, and this is a Chelsea side that have just got their manager, by the way. You know, it's a new system, it's new tactics, new players, whereas Haaland's playing with predominantly the same team. It's no dig at Haaland, by the way, because he's absolutely world class. But I just think Palmer's been I reckon you can put them on a par, but I probably would edge Palmer. You know, he's that free kick, by the way, is absolutely ridiculous.
That free kick was crazy.
But Haaland's been very, very good. Very, very good.
But I repeat again. That game against Brighton, no doubt. Probably the best Premier League performance this season in one half, right? No doubt. But he has, for me, he's been a bit up and down, a bit slow. And that's because he set such high standards last season as well. But he sort of drifted out a couple of games, and that's fine. He's just finding his feet in that number 10 role for this side. But, you know, to say he's been the best Premier League player now after just that one game, I think is slightly overblowing it. When it's like I said, I even think like Caicedo's been probably maybe more consistent this season. Do you know what I mean? In terms for us, I think Gravenberch, obviously, Haaland, obviously. But
Haaland's had a couple of quiet games, like against Newcastle.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that's what I mean. He's had a couple of quiet. What I'm saying is Palmer's also had a couple of quiet games as well.
Yeah, I get it.
I think if I'm being honest, I think to the surprise probably even of Liverpool fans, I think Gravenberch has been consistently good in all the games this season. Right? He's not really had a bad performance, Sam. Really? Is he?
Gravenberch has been the best midfielder in the Premier League since the start. Yeah, I'll say that as a United fan. Yeah, he's been.
I think that you're right, because honestly speaking, Palmer, yes, in that particular one game, I mean, you can't take that away from him for what he did. No, but then, can you mention another game where he's performed at that same level throughout this season?
That's what I mean. I think second off against Wolves, maybe, but not to that level.
I'm not backing you up. I'm saying you can't. But with Gravenberch, you can mention 2-3 games where you can literally be like, you know, with Haaland, you can mention 2-3-4 games where you can be like, no, Haaland has performed. I mean, he's scoring hot tricks back to back in multiple games. You know, so Palmer, what he did in that one game, amazing stuff. Set crazy records, played phenomenally. He's added free kicks to his repertoire. He's growing. He's young again. We keep forgetting that this guy is 21, right? Or 22, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think he just turned 22.
He's young. So like I think he can get there, but to say that he is the best player right now when he's only done that in one game is taking that one game in isolation and then using it to judge his entire season. And then other people have played 3-4. Caicedo has been consistent. Like you said, you know. So there's players that you can look at and be like, hey, because if you're talking about who the best player for so far with the first 6 games of the season is, you have to look at the team that is the best as well and performing the best first, because that's where the numbers will really come from, which is Liverpool. They have the best attack and the best defense right now. So if we're going to be talking about that, we want to first at least look at that team and try to find out who there is, because their numbers are also crazy, you know. So Palmer, you can't take what he did away. I totally agree. But that one game does not necessarily now not mean that he's better than every other player.
No, this is what I would say. I don't think it was just one game.
Let me just say that game, Dayo, is an example of football fans caught in the moment syndrome. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's like they go off one game or one incident, and then they'll make it. I mean, it was huge, but they'll make it bigger than it was. Like we're having this discussion.
Like Madueke when he scored the hat-trick.
Is he the best in the league after that one game? I mean, if we were to do that for the back-to-back hat-tricks, you'd have said he was the greatest striker we've ever seen in the Premier League, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
That's just
to Palmer's fairness, though. Like Henry mentioned, I think obviously Haaland does play around very, very quality players, right? And the one thing I would say about Palmer is it's really, really impressive to me, especially as a fan, like a neutral watching this, is he's gone under two different systems. He's gone from Poch to Maresca, yet there hasn't been a dip. You would think that there would be at least a dip in form. There's not been a dip.
His numbers
He's
are
been consistent. His numbers, if anything, have been better. And it's like you mentioned, Surfer, too, I actually didn't even know that he barely had a preseason. The fact that he barely had a preseason came into a completely different system and scored in the Euros final too, came into a completely different system and is still producing near to the same numbers is very, very impressive to me. That's all.
It's the same numbers, but
no, definitely.
Yeah.
What's scary is it's not scary is the performances aren't there from last season. That's probably scarier than what we say. If he can get to those performances and with the numbers, he might exceed what he did last season. In terms of
because if you think about it, last season he literally carried Chelsea with all the injuries that they had. Yeah, he literally carried Chelsea. But then this season, they now don't have any more injuries like last season. Players are back. Nkunku is back. They bought Neto. They bought some quality players around him. Yeah. And I think that if he carries Chelsea the way he carried Chelsea last season with these type of quality players around him, then forget it. Palmer is the best. That you cannot take away.
That's what I'm saying. I
feel like people have changed their energy slightly. And I'll tell you why. Last Friday, I think Henry was here, Andrew was here, Dayo was here, and Shikh was here, I believe, as well. Only Vator wasn't here. Last Friday, if I were to ask, okay, who's the best player in the league? I don't think anyone would have said Palmer. And that game against Brighton has carried people's minds to the level where everyone says Brighton.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
That's the thing. For me, as a Liverpool fan, I can take a step back and go like, just because Haaland didn't score a goal against Newcastle does not mean that he's not the best player in this league. And it's funny because, I want to do super chats in a bit, but Tanya here, if you watch football with your eyes, you can see he's the best. Cole Palmer, since his debut, has more GA than Haaland. That's not normal. The quick debunk to this is, why does Haaland's A matter? Since when does the A part of Erling Haaland matter? Right now, if we start the season, match week 1, and I tell Vator Haaland is going to score 45 goals but have 0 assists, do you think he gives a shit? Why? Who says Haaland's assists matter? Palmer's assists matter because he plays in the 10. So you'd expect he'd get assists. Haaland, we all mock him for his based on ability, technique, and shit. So how can I expect him to get assists? No one cares about Haaland's assists, you guys. Haaland is about goals, goal scoring machine. Put the ball in the back of the net and he get rated. It ain't about the assists for Haaland. Haaland from now to the end of the season could get 0 assists and he could still have a successful year if he scores 30 goals. Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Haaland will at the end of the season have 45 goals and Cole Palmer will have 45 GA goals and assists. People are like, what? I'm saying like his will be goals and assists to get him to 45. Haaland will literally get you 45 goals in the season.
And what I want to point out,
you think Haaland in that Chelsea team would still get 30 goals? Because I don't think he would.
What?
If he joins that Chelsea side, he goes and gets 30 goals, 40 goals. Whereas I think if you put Palmer in that City team,
no. Palmer's been at the City team. Palmer has been at the City team.
Because I think Chelsea fans complain a lot about
City regrets selling Palmer right now. They can't deny it. City regret selling Palmer. Let's not do that. No. City fans, I see you guys online on Twitter. You guys regret selling Palmer. Don't come and sit here and try and gaslight me. You all regret it. You wish you had sold Rico Bob and
what's happening behind me. Listen,
that's exactly what
we won 4 in a row. We won 4 in a row, Dayo.
It's a new season. It's a new season.
Yeah, we have a wealth of talent.
Just look, it's okay to say it's okay. Vader, it's okay to say we regret selling Palmer. That's okay.
I'm telling you, we don't regret, and I'll explain why.
It's okay
I'll
to
tell
say.
you what I don't regret, and I'll
you don't-
explain why. Or you can keep talking over me and not
don't have
get
to
the point.
defend it.
Go on.
All right. So season after season, I've been giving Dayo, Jesus, Zinchenko. I gave Chelsea, Sterling, Cole Palmer. We can't keep all of this talent. Pep doesn't guarantee playing time. Pep does not guarantee playing time. So if a player wants it, we say it's time to go. Cole Palmer was the latest one to go. Now, if you want to point out me regretting it, am I regretting it? It's the only reason why you could have that position is because of the injuries. Because a healthy KDB, a healthy Oscar Bob, I got Savinho, I got Doku, I got Grealish, I got Bernardo Silva. Cole Palmer's having the same problem. Where's my playing time? He's not getting it guaranteed. Pep has player rotation because of all the games we're going to be playing in this season. There's no regret. There's absolutely none. It would mean different if you had to regret let a player that good go from your club. But at City, it's very different. So no, there's no regret here. Now, I don't want to come across.
You want me to list the number of Arsenal players that have moved to City in history? You want the ones that
at a position of strength or a position of weakness?
All I'm saying is
position of strength when you're at the pinnacle, when you're at the top
when
of the mountain,
when we were better than you and so what are you doing? What are you doing now? You're moving the goalpost. You're moving the goalpost again. Go on Twitter and see what your fans, Vator. You might not regret it, but go see what the look. If you're the exception, if you are the exception, if you are the exception in your fan base, understandable. The norm of your fan base online, the 114 of the rest of you City fans that are on Twitter, right? The remaining 114 fans on Twitter are basically saying something totally different to you about Cole Palmer. That's the truth. The majority of the City fans that I know are literally saying, "Oh, we should not have sold him." Now, you might have a different opinion because you see things differently, but you cannot now say that you cannot say your opinion. Speak to everybody. But anyway, I know you guys don't have a lot of fans, so it's okay. That's why we can't hear.
That's a low blow, man. That's a low blow, man. Ric Flair style. That's a Ric Flair low blow, man.
Not a low blow.
The facts are straight. I said 114 other fans, including Vator 115. That's the whole total fan base of City.
He's poked him in the eyes.
You know they were selling out like Blackpool in League Two. They couldn't have enough fans in Main Road when they were playing Blackpool and the absolute dungeons in League Two. The City myth is absolutely mad because when they were in the Championship, League One and League Two, they had the highest capacity for every stadium, something like 5 years in a row. It's only when they started winning things, the fans are bored of it. I know a guy that's been Wembley 21 times since 2006 or whatever it is. 21 times.
There's a huge challenge also with regards to what fans have to do with their wallet. Choosing whether to go to Champions League games, choosing to go to Wembley, like you mentioned. It has a different impact for the local fan. But Dayo wants to take his cheap shots because he can't show these.
No. See, Vator.
Let me respond. I'll let you get your joke and I'll respond. Now, the whole thing with Manchester City, our fan base, regretting Cole Palmer, you can listen to those. You can also listen to what I'm telling you. And it's not just my point of view. I do a show with other City fans. We have a panel and we discuss it. We just did it yesterday. Cole Palmer is part of the success at Manchester City. We can't keep everyone. And listen, Dayo, I know you're struggling.
No, I hear your opinion. Vator, you're missing my point though. You're disregarding everybody else who's saying they regret it. Vator, I get what you're saying, but Vator, you can't use your logic and say I have to accept what you're saying.
Okay, do you agree that Cole Palmer is one of the best players in the league, Vator?
He is one of the better players in the league.
Okay, perfect. So why wouldn't you want to have one of the best players in the league in your team just because you can't keep everybody? That's not logical.
No. The logic is this player wants guaranteed time. You don't want a spoiled apple in a bunch.
Are you denying that? Are you denying that there's City fans out there who say that they say they regret selling Palmer? Are you denying that aspect of it?
And given Kevin De Bruyne's injury record, he could have played in the 10 as well.
Is he a 10 or a winger, Husam? I keep telling you want to do the
for me this season. He's a 10. He's a 10.
Okay, so if he's a 10 right now, he conflicts with Foden and KDB. No, we don't want him.
Hey, look at me, I'm Andrew.
So again, I ask you this, Vator. Are you denying the fact that there's City fans? Are you denying the fact that there's City fans out there? No, hear me. I hear your side. I agree with you. No, listen. Are you denying? It's a yes or no question that there are City fans out there who are saying they regret selling Cole Palmer.
Yes, and there's some people telling me
every City
tell me it's not going to rain today. So yes, there's some City fans who are on the opposite side, just like you have.
Those were the people I was talking about, and then I've heard your side. I agree with you. You said you can't keep everybody. You've given me your reasons. Understandable, Vader. But two things can be true. There's the majority of City fans that I have seen and I've heard, and I've seen what they're saying about Cole Palmer, and I pointed it out. And if you can't accept the fact that the City fans who feel like they regret selling Cole Palmer to Chelsea, because right now we're having this conversation whether Cole Palmer is the best player in the Premier League, vis-a-vis even Haaland, who's your goal machine. Like, if we are having this conversation, there's no way that you're going to tell me that the things I have seen on Twitter about your fans saying that they regret selling him is not true. So I can hear your side of the story, but there's people out there saying it.
Well,
that's all I'm saying.
Okay, you know how I want to end this section?
Oh my God.
Okay, Vator, go ahead. You can have the last word. No one interrupt Vator. Go ahead. Vator Games, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead. No one interrupt.
Thank you. No one interrupt. Dayo, this is going to be a terrible stream if all we're going to do is take a part of the fan base that disagree. Because I could do the same thing with every Arsenal fan. Every conversation we're going to have, you're going to bring a point, and then I'm going to say, you know what? There's a portion of the fan base that completely disagree with what you have to say. Of course. But I'm giving you my take with regards to why City traditionally don't regret players moving on. So let's take that and move on instead of you want to point out people on Twitter. I'll do the same thing with Arsenal fans, and then it'll talk crazy. Then we'll all look silly out here. That's it.
Perfect. Okay, so now this is what I want to do. I just want every single one of us to name their top 5 players in the Premier League this season on form. On form. Very simple. So I'm going to say my 5 first, and then we'll go around, and I want you guys to do the same thing. My one is 1 Haaland, 2 Van Dijk, 3 Saliba, 4 Palmer, 5 Gravenberch. Dayo.
I'll say Haaland, Palmer, Gabriel Magalhaes for me. Gravenberch. Is it Berg or Gebech? How do you guys pronounce Gravenberch? Gravenberch. Okay. Anyway, let me not spoil it. Gravenberch, and I would say I already said Palmer, right? Because I said Haaland, Palmer, Gravenberch, Gabriel Magalhaes, and on form Van Dijk. I have to give it to Van Dijk. Yeah.
What was his best 5 players?
Yeah, 5 and on form.
On form.
No one's putting Buemo in there.
You can. It's your list. It's your 5.
You can on your list, but not me. Vator.
He's at Brentford, and he's literally carrying that entire club.
All right, I'm gonna do this real quick. I'm gonna do this
Vator.
real quick. Based off of form, Haaland. No order. Haaland, Van Dijk, Salah, Gravenberch,
Brennan Johnson.
Did I say no? Duran, actually, on form. Duran.
Andrew.
Sorry, my bad, Surfer. I'm sorry.
Haaland, Palmer, Gravenberch. Gabriel Magalhaes, and Duran.
Henry.
No order. Haaland, Palmer, Gravenberch.
Why is everyone doing no order? Why everyone chickening out?
Just say it in order.
Palmer, mine was in order. Sorry, mine was in order.
Mine was in order as well.
Palmer, Haaland, Gravenberch. I'm putting Buemo in there.
Wow.
And Salah's still been very good as well.
Okay, Shikh.
Haaland, Palmer, Van Dijk, Saliba, Gravenberch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Let me just do a couple of these super chats, and then we'll just talk about the title race and wrap up the stream. I know a couple of the guys have to go as well, so I don't want to keep you guys for too long. We have hit 200 likes. Let's target 250 next. So please do slap up that like, do subscribe. Keep letting me know your opinions in the chat. Big up to TKA who says, question for the panel: Palmer or Foden? Who's better?
right now, Palmer.
Currently, Palmer. Yeah.
Inform Palmer, overall Foden. Inform Palmer, overall Foden.
How many semi-finals or finals has Foden scored in? No, I'm not even.
I don't know. I don't know. I have to look it up. I don't know.
Palmer scored in the Super Cup against Sevilla, the final against Spain, the Club World Cup. Didn't he? Oh no, that might have been Foden who scored in. If we're talking overall in their career so far, it's Foden. But as of right now, it's Palmer.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said in form right now, as of now, Palmer. Yeah. But overall, the career, I'd say Foden. So I think it's a very. If I'm going to
include last season, in this 5 games of this season, it's Foden. If I'm just going to include this season, it's Cole Palmer.
Well, if I was going to include last season and this season, it would be Palmer.
What? The player of the year. Oh, okay. All right.
I thought Palmer's better than Foden last season.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Great choices of club fans on the show. Husam, thank you. You got me. This is a calmer panel. You get me? This is a calm panel. We're just enjoying talking about football. Big up to Tanya for the super chat. We addressed it already. Big up to Jahilad. Big up Jack, who says Salah best 10 first games in an LFC first GA wise. Listen, Salah's been really good.
Is that true?
Yeah.
No. I'm just saying
GA.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Well, he's more creator nowadays, isn't he? Really? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As many. I know Liverpool have got so many attacking options. But if Salah got a big injury, I think that's
God forbid.
Yeah, I think that's like finito.
Yeah.
I think that'd be. I think the Salah injury is worse than a Saliba or Gabriel injury.
No, I think Salah not. I think Salah not.
Why are you doing this? He's having a nice
Henry does this, bro. He does this. If I were to say something about Salah, he'd show me a picture of Salah.
What do I do?
See, this is the example.
Never a penalty. It's never a handball. It's an absolute disgrace.
Hey, no one told Sissoko to direct traffic in his own penalty box. That's not his job.
True.
Go there. Could have just spoke instead of directing traffic. Best part about the Palmer hype has been hearing about him scoring in finals like the Community Shield for City. By the way, there is a stat that Judge Mo brought up yesterday. Cole Palmer only has like 1 goal contribution that's non-penalty against any of the top 6 home and away last season. So this whole ice-cold big game player, him and Haaland, both flat track bullies. All I'm saying is my right winger scores in all the big games. He scored against Shikh. He scored against Vator. He scored against Andrew. He scored against Henry. He scored against Dayo. So I'm just saying.
You said non-penalty. See, that's a new thing now. It's a non-penalty thing. If Salah scored 4 penalties against or penalties against all the top 6 teams, you wouldn't hear the end of it. Oh, he's so clutch. He scored a penalty.
You just flexing Salah. He scored a penalty in the Champions League final, and you're flexing it.
No, I'm flexing the Champions League trophy.
Surfer, can I ask you a question? Surfer,
look at the picture again. Does this show the penalty? This shows the trophy, not the penalty, brother.
Yeah. Surfer, are there any concerns with Cole Palmer now under contract till 2033? Because he's currently not paid like the best player in the league. He's currently paid less than Timo Werner.
But he had a pay rise this summer. That's why he signed the 2-year extension. So he had a pay rise from 80. He had a pay rise from 80 to 120. All it means is that because the contract is so long,
still paid less than Timo.
Right, but what we're doing is
Chelsea has a bonus system the way they pay as well.
Yeah, and our contracts are very incentivized. They're very incentivized. You want bigger money? These guys want bigger money. Get us in the Champions League and win things.
I think they said it's a 30% increase if you get to like you get a 30% increase again if you
So he's got to make bonuses to make more than Timo Werner until 2023.
Listen. I wouldn't pay Timo Werner £16 a week, let alone 160 grand a week.
But he's got to give you. He's got to give you league titles and Champions Leagues to get paid more than Timo.
Vator. What you're failing to understand is our incentivized contracts is what football fans for generations has been asking for to have to actually make players earn it. You know what I mean? Yeah. We're not talking about Palmer's been great, but we're not talking about a Mo Salah here, where you would pay him 350 grand a week or more because of what he's done for the past 8 years and what he's won. Our contracts are incentivized. This is what's happening. Man United are starting to do it with their dropping their wages and incentivizing their contracts, and it'll probably be bought in even to your club, Vator, at some point when you're in Division 2.
If Tottenham are done incentivized pay, right? Timo Werner should be earning like 30,000, and if Timo Werner plays very well, then he will earn 50. But if he doesn't play well, he keeps earning 30. But the fact is that
you're wrong. He should be giving Spurs 160 grand a week to play for them. He's
making less money than Ben White right now.
Yeah, okay, guys, Shikh has to go. Big up to you, Shikh, but he just wants to send a message quickly. Hi,
soon,
Shikh.
soon, come home. Soon, he's gonna come home. Soon.
Oh, like it for bloody hell.
Wow.
Big up, guys.
Ridiculous.
Yo, make sure y'all run up the likes though.
Shikh TV in the description, you guys go subscribe.
I think that kit was the last time your hole didn't leak in the roof.
Yeah, he thinks it's Real Madrid. Talk about coming home. He ain't gonna come home.
Yeah.
Big up.
Come on, yeah.
See you,
right. You can get him when he's 32.
City ain't regretting selling Palmer because they sold him and still won the league. Whether they'll regret it in the long run is yet to be seen. But that's what we're essentially saying. We're saying they're going to regret it in the long run, not necessarily right now. Obviously, they have won the league. You get me? And and City might win the Champions League.
I regret selling Kevin De Bruyne. I sold Kevin De Bruyne.
He regrets KDB and Mo.
Wonderful thing. At the time, Manchester City had the best midfielder in the world in Kevin De Bruyne and Foden. There was no one thought that Cole Palmer would go and smash like he has at Chelsea. So at the time,
which is true. We're all victims of hindsight, right? If you had a Chelsea fan last year when they signed Cole Palmer, what they actually thought, it wouldn't be all positive.
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
But the thing then begs to say, now that we're talking about him being one of the better players or even the best player so far this season, the fact that we're having that conversation is why I'm saying that's the only reason I'm saying that a lot of City fans who are online, not you, Vader, because I hear what you've said and I understand where you're coming from, and I'm not belittling what you said, but the City fans who are now saying, "Oh, we should not have sold him," because of that type of conversations where we're seeing what Cole Palmer is doing. It's like, oh my God, like if we had him in this team, with KDB out, like he could fill in that
spot. It would at least be a
weapon
type thing.
Yeah.
It's like the manager conversation. It's like the manager conversation. Some Arsenal fans don't think that Arteta is the guy. Like you're going to have different points of opinion.
I get that. I hear that. I'm just saying.
Do you think Cole Palmer starts for every team in the league this season right now?
Yes.
He starts for every team in the league.
In the 10th position, yes.
I
think he starts for every team.
100%.
But as of right now, with Foden, not fit or personal issues, is not playing. De Bruyne's injury. As of right now, he starts for City.
He does start for everyone. This is true. This is not
everyone.
Did he start for Real Madrid?
No.
In the 10?
Did he start over Jude?
No.
Have you seen Madrid last night?
Listen, here's the thing that people need to understand about Real Madrid. When you talk about Real Madrid, you have to talk about levels. Cole Palmer is a fantastic player, but Real Madrid is the upper echelon.
Hold on.
He doesn't get paid.
Husam. Jude Bellingham or Cole Palmer? Who would you take?
Jude Bellingham, guys. This Jude Bellingham.
I'm asking.
Jude Bellingham is so overhated. The guy won La Liga Player of the Year.
That's
he
what I'm asking.
He can't be shit if he's the La Liga Player of the Year.
I'm not saying he should. Husam, my question was not his. Husam, my question is not is he shit.
How many times did you switch on your TV to watch Real Madrid and Jude Bellingham is scoring an important goal?
Or a goal you could say the same about Vinny Jr.
Husam, the question again, who would you pick is what I just asked. I'm not saying anybody is shit. They're both good players. They're both amazing players.
Bellingham, 100%.
That's
all. Jude Bellingham is unbelievable.
No, I'm just better than an England shirt.
Listen,
better than an England shirt. Right, he's awful the entire
Talk about Foden in an England shirt.
Exactly, yeah. You can cuss him as well. But when Palmer comes on, Palmer gets an assist against Netherlands and scores the winner against equalizes against Spain.
I don't care what Jude does for England. Also, Jude is the reason why you went through with his bicycle kick. So let's get that in. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, but no one give Kane for any praise, and he got the winner against
like 3 penalties. Have some shame and decorum. He scored like 3 penalties. He went to Bayern Munich and still didn't win a trophy.
Palmer's still got to do it. Got to do it. If we get to Champions League, he's still got to do it in the Champions League.
That's the thing, Andrew. You want to get Palmer in these debates.
Exactly. That's why I'm not saying. That's why I can't.
Just pump the brakes a little bit. Relax.
Just enjoy
why
it.
everyone in a hurry to say Palmer's best player in the world?
That's what I'm saying. If you're a Chelsea fan, enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Watch the ride. Let others. You know what? If I'm a I give advice to fellow Chelsea fans. Don't even get into these conversations. Let the rivals do it. Let the rivals. It's better that the rivals do it than us actually.
If I could have Jude Bellingham or Palmer at my club, I'm choosing Jude. Of course, I saved my head for Jude.
He's got a CV. He's got the CV. He's got the. I've seen him score. I've seen him score winners in his debut season in the El Clasico, home and away. I've seen him do it home and away.
Would you take Jude or Vinny?
What for my team?
Yeah, right now, there's only one answer for me personally, but Jude or Vinny.
Why? Well, I wouldn't swap. I wouldn't swap.
Liverpool. I'd
take Vinny. I'd take Vinny. I would take Vinny. For my team, I take Vinny.
Henry, can you stop with these questions? Because I take about 9 Madrid players. Yes. I take about 9 Madrid. I take the whole Madrid team. I take their whole team. You know who I take from Madrid? I take Rudiger. I take Chouameni. I take Camavinga. I take Modric. Even now,
I know what you're doing here.
I take Bellingham. I take Mbappe. I take Vinicius. I take Rodrigo. All of these guys.
You know what? I see what Don's doing here. Don's doing this because he knows he plays them in Champions League, so he's trying to put all that.
Do you know how desperate? No. Do you know how desperate I am for a goalkeeper? You know how desperate I am, Henry. I take Lunin. I take Lunin as my goalkeeper right now.
I don't need to make up any agenda. They just won it. They just won it like 2 months ago.
They just lost. They're not looking that good.
Wow. So they lost one. So they lost one game now, and that makes them what, terrible?
We all know Lille. One second.
They didn't look good versus Lille. Jonathan David,
when Madrid won it.
My Maple brother, by the way.
When Madrid won it 2 years ago, who did they lose to in the group stages? The floor is yours.
When who?
I know, but
when Real Madrid won the Champions League 2 years ago, when I first met you, who did they lose to in the group stages?
Some small club.
It
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Okay.
In the Bernabeu. They lost in the Bernabeu to Sheriff.
You know, it's crazy how we conveniently forget that in all these cup competitions, right? At the very beginning, it doesn't really matter. Like we said, what you do, just try to get your win. And if you don't, it's not game over yet because it's a cup competition. The knockout stages is where the main issue is. You go into every knockout game, making sure that you win and you make it to the final. You could win. The year Chelsea won the Champions League, nobody thought Chelsea was going to win the Champions League. Nobody thought that. The fact is that they got themselves into that final and they won it. So
I don't like you talking about Champions League. I don't like.
What are you talking about?
I want to hear from Sir.
What happened? I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Exactly. That's last time you guys won it. Yeah, exactly.
I wouldn't say best keeper in the world yet or in the league. Big up to Tanya, who says, how are you saying Foden greater than Palmer? They go from 007 in the Euros. Foden has never hit Palmer numbers and never will stop this nonsense. I mean, look, currently Palmer is better than Foden, and I think this is the new debate. Instead of you out here debating Palmer and Saka, comparing a 10 to a right winger, just weird. Compare a 10 to a 10. So far this season, Foden has been a no-show, you know. So it's been Palmer better than Foden currently. So no one can deny that. Big up to you, Tanya. Big up to Jack. Jahilad. We lost Salah for 2 months and lost one game. Yes, but that was Klopp's Liverpool. I think currently the issue that we have is the following, Jack. And this is the only person that can understand this issue is actually Dayo, because he has the same problem. Our playmaker and our goal scorer is the same person from the front three. Like they have that same issue with Saka. Saka is the playmaker and the goal scorer. That's why they need someone to turn up from the other frontline players. So that's what I'd say.
I thought Gabriel's their goal scorer.
Say that again. Sorry, Vator.
Gabriel Magalhaes. That's their goal scorer.
Oh my God! Listen, big up to you guys in the chat. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure
now he sends it straight.
As you've noticed, I've ignored.
When I listen to
I'm not gonna get involved
in
Vator games BS. Let's not do that. Dayo, let's go for me. Big up to all of you in the chat. Make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing.
He's hating that defenders cannot do what mine can.
Let's not.
Hating on my boys. Because he dunked on you, right, Gabriel Magalhaes, in your net with his head in the City net. Did he not?
Bro, I don't even know. I'm not even thinking about January. I'm scared every day. Today's the 23rd, 24th, I'm scared. 25th, I'm scared. 26th, I'm scared. Every day is mad.
Anyway, big up to all of you in the chat. Hit the like button, subscribe, and let's just talk title race for the last 10 minutes or so. I don't want to keep the guys for too long. So we start off with Mr. Show Me Your Chest, aka Vator Games, aka Mr. Waffles. Talk to me, brother.
That's a great name, Mr. Waffles. Mr. Waffles is a great
title
name.
race. Title race.
Very good.
I think the title race is wide open. I think the title race is wide open once Rodri went out. I mean, I think Don Husam said Arsenal are winning it even before Rodri went out. And now that Rodri's out, I think the emphasis kind of tilts a little more towards the success of the past few seasons, despite no trophies that Arsenal have had. So I think Arsenal, Liverpool start, Gravenberch, how well he's playing, Salah still playing to his level. Maybe he dropped a step, but he's still delivering with Garcia assists. I think we're looking at the official 3-horse race going to week 37, week 38. I think it's going to be one of those because Rodri is definitely out. KDB currently is out with a groin injury. We don't know when he's going to be back. Pep's going to have to try to figure something out without him. My only not being scared like Professor Hamza is the transfer window, because I truly believe we will need a 6. Like how Liverpool fans said there's no way they're winning the league without a 6, but they're having such great performance right now. I don't believe we're retaining this title without a 6 moving forward. I don't think Pep can do it with a Kovacic, Gundogan, Rico Lewis, or John Stones. I don't think that type of MacGyver setup will work out for us. So we got to go in the transfer market. And if we do that in January, then I'll have a lot more confidence in us being able to retain and get this 5th. But it is wide open. It is wide open.
You know what? The City fans are. I'm not going to take this from you guys. I will never take it. I will never take this excuse from you guys.
I didn't make an excuse.
City fans. No, not you.
Oh,
I said City fans. I said fans. With an
I
S.
thought you were responding after I was speaking.
If I was going to speak, if I was talking to you, I'd be like Vator, you. I'd be like Vator directed at you. I'm speaking about City fans who now suddenly want to make the Rodri excuse. Because I remember City fans at the beginning of the season, when City played the first 3 games without Rodri, we are beating teams without Rodri. Rodri hasn't even come back yet into the camp, and we're winning games. So you showed us already, your fan base already said, without Rodri, you could beat and win teams. Suddenly, now that Rodri is injured, there is this big excuse. Well, it's now wide open. It wasn't wide open at the beginning when we were saying, "Oh, you guys are playing very well, even though you don't have Rodri and everybody." And your fans were gloating about it. You were gloating about the first 3 games. Hold on, but the point is, while he was not even playing, your fans were talking about how well your team was, and you didn't even need Rodri. Look at us right now; we're beating.
No, it was winning despite.
Hold on, that's what I'm saying. We don't have Rodri on the bench. He's not even on the team, and we're winning without Rodri. So I don't understand what you are saying. We're scoring goals, blah. And I was saying to them, "Oh, okay, wait and see. Rodri comes back, gets injured, he's out for the season. Suddenly, it's wide open now. It's not wide open. I'm not going to let you guys change your tune.
Your logic makes no sense.
Your tune at the beginning of the season was, even though you didn't have Rodri, you said KDB is not playing right now as much. Rodri is not, Foden is not back, and we're winning games.
We knew he was coming back. Dayo.
My point is, why were you gloating about the fact that you were already winning games without him? Pointing to the fact that you're saying we're able to win this season even if we don't have Rodri. Now that Rodri is injured, you're now changing your tune and saying, are you Rodri FC? Are you Rodri FC? Are you going to admit now? Are you going to admit now that you're Rodri FC?
Dayo, your logic makes no sense.
Are you going to admit that you're Rodri FC? Yes or no?
Let me address the first thing. When City fans are happy and confident that we're winning games without Rodri, that's because we know he's coming back.
Okay, so now that you don't have him, why can't you still be confident that you can? I mean, you've done it without him, so you should still have that same vim.
No,
why not?
No, because when you can rely on a player or a few players to kind of do a role for 3 or 4 or 5 games, then that is happy. That is, oh, we can take that and run. It's bonus. But when it's an expectation now for 38 weeks, including Champions League, FA, League, we don't think that we have that ability. That I don't know. I don't understand how you're.
But you see, Vator, you are explaining that out. Go and read Vator again. I started by saying I started by saying City fans
because I know what City fans were talking about. Dayo, they were talking about temporarily getting wins with
Hamza and I were on the same stream, and I can quote exactly what Hamza was saying to me. So if you want to sit here and be Superman for every single City fan and try and defend everything that they're all saying, no, I understand your own explanation now, the way you've explained it. Vader's explanation makes a lot of sense. Vader is saying, despite the fact that we're winning right now, we still want Rodri in the team. But just show you guys that we have enough players to get over the board. When Rodri comes back, we'll be better. Fine, I understand you. I'm not saying what you said is wrong. But what Hamza was saying to me was, even without Rodri, and even if we don't have Rodri, we're going to be winning, you guys. We're going to beat everybody. So the point is, he should have that same chest now. These other fans should have that same chest now that Rodri is out for the season, is all I'm saying.
Okay.
So there's a big difference. I understand what you're saying. I totally understand what you're saying.
Okay, you understand what I'm saying, but we're gonna address what Professor Hamza was talking about. So
I have to.
We'll talk about that. All right.
No, but I've understood you, and I've understood you, and I've agreed with you.
I'll now speak for Professor Hamza as well. So when he was talking about us continuously winning without Rodri, he's pointing out the strength of our squad. He's pointing out the strength of our team. Now, we currently don't have Rodri. We also don't have Oscar Bob. All right. And Oscar Bob and KDB, 2 players missing currently, and 2 players that were impactful versus
Did he just say we don't have Oscar Bob? Fuck my life.
Oscar Bob helped us win that game versus Newcastle.
No problem.
Which ended up being a draw. Which ended up being a draw.
Bobby Clark. He helped me have a more successful season than Arsenal by winning the Carabao Cup. So we don't have Bobby
Clark. Don't do this because you don't want to. Hey,
we don't have Bobby Clark.
You don't want to take charge at actually currently being top of the league to actually say you're going to win the league. You keep pointing to Dayo to get the job done. But I'll point out what's happening at City. The fact that we won this league by 2 points last year is why I think this league title is wide open. It was only 2 points that separated us. All right. And we don't have Rodri, Ballon d'Or nominee, possibly Ballon d'Or winner. And when Rodri played, we didn't lose. So when Professor was talking about, oh, we're winning despite him, it's because we know that when he was playing, we were winning. Now, moving forward, I'm going to take this as far as we can go. A lot of City fans are saying, you know what, if we don't win it, we don't win it. If we don't win the league this year with no Rodri, don't win the league this year without a backup to Haaland, it is what it is. We strengthen, we go again. So 5 may not be possible. I think we can do it, but it's going to require Liverpool and it's going to require Arsenal to slip up. I don't think we win this league dominating it. I think we're going to rely on some help from you guys to do it.
Let's be fair and honest. If you're someone who calls Hamza the professor, if Hamza's going to go for your ball knowledge, can you trust that person's judgment and opinion in anything to do with football? This is completely addressing you, by the way.
No, I get that, but listen, his name is Professor. I call Husam Don Husam. You think he's a Don? So I'm respecting the man's name. He's Professor Hamza. I call him Professor Hamza. So that's simple.
That's super chat. That's that super chat. You're forgetting one thing. That super chat. You've addressed that to the professor's lawyer. So I'm not, it's
don't have it, mate.
He is his lawyer because when I told Vader that, Vader, I understand what you're saying and I am on the same page with you. I totally understand where you're coming from with your explanation. But I was now saying, okay, but what about your other fans who are saying this? He goes on to say, let me now address what the professor said and explain it to you. You are his lawyer. Those were your words.
He didn't mean to say it. This is what he really.
Yeah, he did. He said, "This is what
I'll
he
tell
really
you guys
meant."
about Hamza. I'll tell you guys about Hamza. Hamza is the Undertaker. You know, there's like this thing in wrestling called, I don't know if it's pronounced kayfabe or kayfabe.
Yeah, kayfabe. Yes,
kayfabe. Where you have to be like a certain gimmick and a certain character. Hamza is so deep into his professor gimmick. I don't think it's possible to get him to talk real football anymore. I'm one of the people that first introduced Hamza, Spaces, YouTube, everything. First met him 3 years ago. We started talking about football and Spaces. Hamza had 2 gimmicks at the time. Hamza the troll and Hamza the football fan, of which he'd had regular conversations as the football fan, and then he'd come back every now and then and troll. Now he's the Undertaker. Now, every time he has to make the entrance to the ring with the music and the coat and the hat, and he has to walk into the ring, and he has to be dead man walking. Like, there's no more keep rolling. He's no more riding on his bike. This is it. This is like you're gonna meet one version of Hamza, it's the Undertaker version, and he's taken the Professor gimmick worldwide. I think Man City need to pay him because he's actually lifting Man City PR around the world just by himself. Like Professor Hamza, maybe 10 years from now, maybe someone will go like, I supported Manchester City because of Professor Hamza. City, you need to pay Hamza. I'm telling you right now. So, yeah, big up Hamza, man.
He's a treasure. He's a treasure.
Man City 100 points plus Liverpool 82, Chelsea 80, Arsenal and Aston Villa 78. But Zoro, here's my thing though. Wow. If you're saying Arsenal are gonna again finish fourth, then you cannot banter Arsenal if they don't win the league this season. You have to keep the same energy. If your expectation / prediction for them is fourth place, if they don't get first, you ain't gonna come up here and waffle and tell me
that's the point. That's the point. Like, it's like half these people, right, don't even understand when they're saying certain things. Thank you for the super chat, though. You know, we'll take your Canadian dollars anytime. But you should have made it a $10 one because Husam has to buy coffee for all three of us. But here's the thing. You can't say, oh, Arsenal is going to come fifth, and then in the same breath, oh, if you don't win the league, you bottled it. It's like it doesn't make any sense. You can't say your prediction. You can't say your prediction for Arsenal is fifth, and then say if they don't win it, you've already predicted that they're not going to win it anyway.
It does make sense. It does make sense.
Vator. If I say,
I am being logical. It does make sense.
Vator, if I say to you,
if I say Man United are going to come fifth, can I say why didn't they win the league?
Yes, you can. If you're predicting them finishing fifth because you see them crashing.
No. From the beginning of the season, this is 6 games in. Somebody is saying Arsenal is going to come fourth. And then at the end of the season, the person, Arsenal probably comes maybe second or fourth. The person now comes, you see, you didn't win the league. Like, what are you saying? You already predicted them to be fourth. How are you then expecting them to win the league? It's either you believe strongly that they're going to win the league, and then when they don't win it, you're like, I told you guys they're going to come fourth because you're not good enough to win the league. There's a big difference. If you already believe that they're going to be fourth, you're not.
I agree with Dayo there. Yeah.
Like but
my point is you can't play both sides. That's only my point.
But okay, so I believe if I happen to believe Arsenal are finishing fourth, you think they're finishing first. You think they're finishing first. Why am I not able to crash it on you? For when Arsenal finishes,
but that's not what he's saying. What I'm saying, Vator, you see, Vator, you're changing the whole conversation. Yeah. If you're talking about crashing on me, that's a different thing.
Arsenal are gonna finish fifth. I'm telling Zoro specifically, don't come back at the end of the season and tell me Arsenal didn't win the league. They're bottle jobs, haha. If you're predicting them to finish fifth.
Do you understand? Like, that's the difference. Yeah. Like, so my thing is, now it's different if you want to crash on me. Like, okay, let's put it this way.
Yeah, that's the point.
Hold on. Let's put it this way. Let's say you say Arsenal will finish fifth, and then I say no, Arsenal is going to win the league. Now, if you come and crash on me at the end of the season, if we don't win the league, understandable, they are crashing on me. But I haven't said anything yet. You have just said Arsenal are finishing fifth, and then at the end of the season, I'm like, let's see how the season goes. And at the end of the season, Arsenal finishes fifth, and you come and say you didn't win the league. I'm like, I didn't. What are you crashing on me for? Like, at that point, there's nothing to crash on.
I don't think Liverpool are going to win the league.
Yeah, I know. You're protecting yourself, though. We know how you move.
Here we go.
And that's exactly what you were doing with Rodri. That's what you were doing with Rodri. That's what you were doing with Rodri. When he said the league is wide open. The official 3-horse race.
Started YouTube 3 years ago on the football terrace in front of 15,000 people. I said Liverpool are going to win the Premier League and the Champions League. I'm not worried about getting cooked. I just don't think my team has the facilities to win a Premier League or a Champions League, unfortunately. So there's nothing I can do about that. Now, in the transfer window, if we go buy who we buy, I might change my opinion if we keep it solid to that. By the way, Vator, all my thoughts and your thoughts on Liverpool can get answered literally a month from now. Like, why? Because I don't know if you've seen our run in October till December, but we essentially have a run of which is let me show you just the Liverpool run from hell.
Don't you have us and Arsenal back to back?
Let Vator see right here. Watch. Yeah. Sometimes you have to show the people.
That's right. Right. You got them 27. Is it?
October 20th is where the BS starts and it ends December 1st. Watch, Habibi. Liverpool, Chelsea, Leipzig, Arsenal away, Brighton, home and away, Leverkusen, Aston Villa, forget Southampton, Real Madrid, Man City, Newcastle away, Everton away. This is literally October 20th till December 7th.
Okay.
So at December 7th, come speak to me and we'll have a conversation about the fucking title race then. You get me?
Right.
So you think I'm doing all this for banter? I'm not even telling you Tottenham is a tough game. I'm not even doing any of this. I'm just telling you till this game right
No
here.
one should.
That's it.
Okay, have you done the same thing? Have you done the same thing for Arsenal and City?
Yes, but I think with Arsenal, they have the team and the facilities to do it. We don't.
Okay.
I'll tell you the difference between us and Arsenal. Arsenal season ends if they have an injury to one of their better players. For us, it's not even one of our better players that our season ends. For us, Gravenberg, done. McAllister, done. Konate, done. Any of these three get injured, we're screwed. Bombastically screwed, by the way.
I think we're similar that way with regards to the injuries that I currently have as well.
I love not telling Arsenal fans. Keep the bottler agenda is what Zoro says.
Man, he's supposed to make it a $10 super chat. I told you about this coffee, man. Bruh. Come on, Zoro.
Or at least structure it into 5 different
yeah, exactly.
5 different messages, and it's all like ... after a certain one, so like continuation.
Yeah, you could have you know what you do again. Send the same super chat, but send it like this, Zoro, right? Go, I love ... then send the next one, Ratu Arsenal ... then fans ... then keep
I like how my Canadian brother doing it. I like how he's doing it.
Yeah. And then the last one, agenda, you do it big capital letters and then exclamation marks at the end to space out the character.
You know what it is? Let me get your top 4 predictions from all 4 on the panel. No explanation, so we can end the stream. Me, 1 Arsenal, 2 City, 3 Liverpool, 4 Newcastle. Dayo.
Arsenal, Liverpool, City, and Aston Villa.
Vator.
City, Arsenal, now Liverpool, Chelsea.
Andy.
Same as Vator.
Which is
Surfer Noseball.
City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea.
Okay, fair enough. And listen, on that note, we're gonna wrap up the stream. Every single one of these guys' channels is in the description. Feel free to follow Andrew as well on Twitter at the Winter Surfer. Big up to every single one of you guys. Banter on the Pitch, Vator Games TV, Henry Wright, Casual FT as well is where you can find Andrew, and Shikh TV as well. Subscribe to every single one of them. This stream is going to take you over to the football terrace, and you know what we like to do? We like to raid on this channel. Husam raid to the football terrace right now. Every single one of you guys, I want to see you in that comment section spamming Husam raid. I'll be spamming it as well in the football terrace chat where we're going to be raiding the top 6. Love you all. Thank you every single super chatter. I'm going to be back at 11 p.m. UK time. I'm assembling the Liverpool Avengers to talk about this Trent to Real Madrid thing. 11 p.m. UK time. So I'll see you guys then. Love you all and see you guys on the next one. Peace.